Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Rants About Tech Live, number 170. For this, Wednesday? It's hump day. We made it, everybody. It's hump day. Listen, we made it to the middle of the week. We're almost there. Thank you for joining me, even though we're almost there. September 24th today, Wednesday. We're going to be talking about a few things today. Thank you for joining me. I'm Rod, your host of Rants About Tech Live, the daily tech news show where we talk about the daily tech news of the day, or the top tech news of the day, and the top eInk stories of the day as well. I'm here in, semi-cloudy, semi-sunny Philadelphia today. It's a pretty decent day. I hope you're having better weather wherever you're at in the world today. I'm here with my good friends in the chat here. They join me usually on a daily basis here. We do this every day from Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to kind of whenever. We try to do an hour-long show, but sometimes we go over. Shout out to Mitch for joining me early in the crew. Shout out to Alex for being here early in the chat as well. We got 14 members to start off. This might be a record for the show. Listen, shout out to you guys. Listen, let's get the applause going for you guys for being here. I appreciate you. It's a good start to the show, all right? So, like we always do, though, we're going to start off with some of the holidays. National, international holidays for the day to kind of signify what today is. National Punctuation Day. So if you lack in the grammatical area, if you're grammatically declined. That didn't even make sense. If you're grammatically... what chat, help me. I want to say inclined, but that means you're good at grammatical stuff. If you're grammatically challenged, there we go. If you're grammatically challenged, today's your day. Today's the day to brush up on it. No one's going to point fingers and say, this dude doesn't know where a comma goes. He doesn't even know what a semicolon or an ampersand is. We went over the ampersand like last week. That was National Ampersand Day. So today's the day to brush up on punctuation. World School Milk Day. I don't know what this is good for. What do we... It just brings me back to nasty crayons and disgusting pizza. That's what school milk reminds me of. So it just took me back to a bad place. World Cancer Research Day. Just bringing some awareness to cancer. You know what I'm saying? Just World Cancer Research Day. So just bringing some highlights of those things right there. So those are the holidays and international holidays that I want to highlight today, the biggest ones for me. Let's go ahead and get to the random news before we start the tech news. Now, some rando news. I'm feeling cute today. Total random news. I'm feeling cute. I'm feeling like, you know how cute I'm feeling? I'm feeling like Rudy Hugstable out here today. You can't make this up. I'm feeling like, listen, I woke up feeling like Rudy Hugstable. I threw the Rudy Hugstable part in my hair today. This is the part that when moms is doing a little girl's hair, they throw the sideways part in there with the two knockers at the end. You know what I'm talking about. You know. I'm feeling like Rudy Hugstable. So that's just some random news for you guys out there. Loaner program. Update to the loaner program. So I made a video excerpt from one of the live shows where we're going to be doing a program to where we're signing up creators who want to use particular eInk devices that they either don't have or have no intention of buying, but they would still like to try risk-free. Just for the express purpose of making content, though, right? So that's what we're doing it for. So I put that list together. I got the site situated. So this weekend is going to be the culmination of all that work. So next week we'll start the program. So I think how I'm going to do it is we'll just I'll pay for people to ship whatever devices they're donating to the program. The first shipment won't be to me. It'll be to the person who's going to get that, and I'll pay for that shipping. So we'll talk about what that's going to look like. More later on in the week and on Monday. But I'm going to get that done over the weekend. So that's just the update for that, you guys. So I appreciate that. And all the people who are donating devices, thank you. I really, listen, let's get the air horns going for you guys, because you guys are the real heroes here. The people that are donating their devices that they're not using, the older devices, they could sell these things, right? They're donating them to the program for other creators to get a chance to use them and give their opinion, because that's what we want. We want different perspectives here, especially in the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, you should be. You should be. Link in the description. You check it out. You just go ahead and check it out right now. Even if you don't click on the link, you just go see that it's there. So, morning, Rock. How's it going? Thanks for joining. Palm, thanks for joining. Aaron, thanks for joining. I appreciate you guys. Air horns for you guys for showing up too. We got a good show today. We almost got 20 people here today. Listen, let's throw some likes off the rip. If you're a part of the chat crew and you got a badge by your name, I expect a like right now. Listen, if you're part of the chat crew and you've joined the channel, I expect a like right now. If you haven't joined the chat crew, there's a join button down there. You should do it. Get you a badge, and then I'll be expecting you to like right off the rip. You see how that goes? Yeah, exactly. Mike, how's it going? Good morning. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and go to the tech news of the day, shall we? All right, so first things first, we got up here is going to be, what do you got? Apple opening up Apple Watch functionality to third parties. So that's not the story we're talking about. This is the story we're talking about. So Apple, if you don't know, Apple has gone through a lot of litigation about their walled garden, right? If you're a part of the Apple ecosystem, you know what I'm talking about. You know how it is. You even consider going to Android. What's the first thing you want to consider? Where am I going? What's going to happen to all the hundreds and thousands of dollars I spent on apps? I know the dilemma. I've been there. But another problem is that when you get an iPhone, say you're coming from iPhone to iPhone from Android, and you have an Android watch. You got all Android gear, but you want an iPhone. And you're like, yeah, but I can't go to the iPhone because the phone won't work with my watch, and it won't work with my this and that because it's a walled off Apple iOS garden. You know what? God bless the EU. God bless the EU. First, let's get big here for a second. God bless America, but definitely God bless the EU too. Because, come on. The EU is paving the way for us to get all kinds of good stuff out of Apple. Without the EU, you wouldn't have USB-C on your iPhone right now. That wouldn't be a thing if not for the EU. If not for the EU, a lot of things. That's probably the biggest one, though. But we got some other things here, too, to talk about because of the EU. So the big thing here is that Apple is going to start allowing third-party watches to work with iOS. Okay, this has been a huge thing with their walled garden. So let's go over some of the details here. As noted by Macworld, iOS 26.1 code mentions a notification forwarding feature that could be designed for third-party watches. Now, Macworld is a publication that does a lot of Mac, obviously Apple sleuthing. They dig deep into Apple code over there. And they discovered that there's code in the new iOS 26.1 that they're baking up right now. There's code in there that hints towards third-party watch functionality being allowed on the new operating system, okay? Like I said, you can thank the EU for this. The European Union Digital Markets Act is what I'm talking about. It requires Apple to provide third-party smartwatches and other devices to access notifications and other features that are normally reserved for the Apple Watch. Just like I was saying, you got an Android, you're in the Android ecosystem, you want to switch over to the iPhone, your Android watch won't work with the iPhone. Not now, but it might. So, Apple has been addressing the claims of the DOJ's lawsuit over the last year, and about half of those complaints that the DOJ filed against Apple have been rectified. Again, all because of the EU. So let's take a look at them. Apple added support for cloud streaming and apps offering mini games in iOS 17.4 when the DOJ accused it of suppressing cloud streaming games. Okay, that's been fixed. Apple implemented RCS support for better targeted Apple's delays. Whoa. Apple implemented RCS, which is rich communication support. If you don't know what that is, it's an iMessage type platform for the Android crowd. It added that support for better cross-platform messaging when the DOJ targeted Apple's delays for support for RCS. So Apple talked about adding RCS for a long time. They drug their feet on it. The DOJ took them to task for it, and they changed it. So Apple opened up access to NFC in iOS in iOS 18.1 due to the DOJ's issue with Apple's refusal to allow digital payment providers to access the iPhone's NFC chip. And if you don't know what the NFC chip is, it's a near-field communication chip that allows a lot of communication between devices that are close to each other, right? So they had to allow access to that functionality on their iPhone to third parties. So this is just kind of an extension of that, but this is being solely spearheaded by the EU. Most of these efforts are being spearheaded by the EU and their the Digital Marketing Act, right? So Thank goodness we got the EU over there doing good work over there, forcing Apple, arm wrestling them into submission about a lot of these things. So this is only good for everybody, okay? This is only good for everybody involved. And if you have an iPhone, this is going to be good for you too, because say one day you decide to switch, you'll have options, right? Or if you're an iPhone user, you might have other options available to you other than the Apple Watch, right? So if you like the Pixel, you're like, oh, but I can't use the Pixel on iOS. You will be able to. Now, this is all speculation. This is all coming from what people unearthed in some code, okay? This may never come to fruition. We can keep our fingers crossed, though. Okay, next story. Next thing we got up here is going to be, what do we got? Actually, before we go to the next story, let's go to the chat real quick. I don't want the chat to build up on me. We got how many people? We got 23 people up in here right now. Listen, if you like this content, subscribe. I know it's early, but hit the like button too. Listen, there's no crime in hitting that like button. There's no crime in it. Morning Tech Crew says The Rock. Mr. Mike, hey, how's it going? I liked right off the rip. Thanks, Mike. Listen, if you're part of the chat crew, you got a badge by your name, you should be liking right off the rip. BM. Morning to you, sir. I didn't catch you come in, or else I would have dabbed you right up at the top. Mr. Mike says, we wouldn't have French fries without the EU. That's a very good point, bro. That's a valid point. And you know I like me some French fries. My brother's in here. Mr. Larry Goodman, how's it going? Good morning. Aaron says, who wants to use an Android smartwatch with their iPhone ew? Listen, I'm with you, Aaron. I'm an Android owner and I'm an iPhone owner too. I have an Apple Watch here, but I also have a Fitbit, which is Google owned. So I'm in both realms. You know what I'm saying? So I have a Pixel as well. Like I said, an iPhone. I'm in both realms. But I will admit, using an Android watch on your iPhone is kind of like using a crystal nib pen on a net. Oh no, it's kind of like putting a crystal nib in a nasty book stylus. That's what that's like. If you don't know what the crystal nib is, it's my own brand of nib, rantsaboutTech.com. We're all sold out right now, but we're getting them back in sometime soon. We're just waiting on manufacturing. But the point is, I get you, Aaron. I get you. It's kind of like using your awesome crystal nib in some nasty book stylus. Who wants that? That's an abomination, is what you have there. That's abomination. As I said, abomination. Let's move on. BM says EU has been around since 1700s. Well, yeah, I mean, longer than that, bro. Aaron says, sounds like Android should have just made better phones. Is that a shot? Was that a shot, Aaron? You trying to take a shot at the Pixel, bro? Dr. Ling, how's it going? Good morning. Thanks for joining. All right, let's see what we got here. Next story we got on the platform is going to be my experience with trying to get the Meta Ray-Ban displays. Let's get rid of this. So I just want to go over what it's like trying to pre-order the Meta Ray-Ban. I thought you could just pre-order them. You cannot, okay? Me and my brother talked on the phone a couple of days ago about this. Kid, how's it going? Look at that Kid up in here. Let's get the air horns going for Kid. How's it going, brother? So me and my brother was on the phone the other day. We were talking about the Meta Ray-Bans, and he was like, "Yeah, I just ordered the limited edition Meta 2s." I'm like, "Bro, you didn't get the displays? The 2s? What are we talking about here? Are you my brother? Are we related? We can't be. You talking about getting the 2s instead of the displays?" My brother is obsessed with limited edition stuff, though. Okay, so my brother wants the limited edition Meta Ray-Bans. He's like, "Oh, if the displays aren't limited edition, then I don't want them." Who cares about your limited edition? The legend has joined. Absolutely. Listen, anytime Kit get the bow. Kit gets the bow. Anytime Kit blesses you with his presence, I thank you for joining, brother. But so these Meta Ray-Bans here, in order to get these, this is what you had to go through. And I tried to go pre-order, and you can't. You see this? I don't know if you see this down here. There's a schedule demo button down here. You guys probably can't see it. At the bottom of the page, I'm about to hit it. There's a schedule demo button. I'm hitting the schedule demo button right now. And this is what you see. Now, I'm infuriated right now, chat. Infuriated. Check this out. You guys know I live in one of the biggest cities in the United States, right? Some might say the best city in the United States. That some might be me. I feel like this is the best city in the United States. It's in a crappy state. California gets the best state honors, but it's in a good state. Pennsylvania's okay. But the point is, you have to set up a demo. Now, I go and I put in Philadelphia because I'm thinking there's got to be 1,000 places in Philadelphia where I can go and get a demo, right? Wrong. Wrong, chat. The only 2 places I can go get a demo is Plymouth Meeting, which is like 10 minutes away. It's not a long way away, right? But when you're in Philadelphia, driving 10 minutes could take a half an hour, okay? That's no joke. And then Best Buy in Wilmington, Delaware. Meta, why don't you have a demo place in Philadelphia? We're one of the, we've got to be a bigger place than Wilmington, Delaware. I'm sure no one's ever heard of Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania. Calm down, Rod. Calm down. It's not that big of a deal. Actually, it is a big of a deal. I'm lying to myself. It is a big deal. I want the Meta Ray-Ban displays, and if they're making me go to another state to try them, I live in Philadelphia. Somebody needs to tell Meta Philadelphia is kind of a big deal, okay? We're kind of a big deal over here. What do we got, chat? My brother says, stop capping. I returned them. Oh, you returned them? Good. I'm glad. My brother's trying to get the displays. Good man. There we go. Now you sound like my brother again. I didn't know who that guy was like, is it limited edition? No, then who cares? Meta display demo because they have to have a chiropractor on site. They look heavy. Oh, The Rock coming with jokes at 10 o'clock in the morning. Oh, as the kid said, I don't know if these are going to be great. LOLs. The Meta displays. I tried a couple of display glasses at IFA, and the X-Real glasses have dual screen, full color, and not just in the corner. Oh my goodness. Ooh, that's a bold statement, Kit. Kit's like, listen, the X-Real is going to kick butt. We'll have to see. I want those Metas. I don't know how good they're going to be either. You know what, Kit? The thing that got me about the Meta displays is really the wristband, the neural band. That's the real kicker for me. We're going to see how well it works. I'm going to get me up here. As soon as they approve my demo appointment. You know what else I think? I also think they're doing this demo thing. Let's go back to this. I also think they're doing this demo thing to cut down on the scalpers, right? Because you know what happens with the Meta Ray Bans. People like my brother go and they buy all the limited editions up and then resell them on eBay. I'm just joking. My brother doesn't do that, but he could if he wanted to. So you got scalpers who buy like 100 pair of them and then boost the price up on eBay. So now the inflation is crazy. People can't afford them who want a pair and can't try them. They're trying to get these enhanced to everyone who wants to try them, and they're trying to keep them out of the hands of scalpers. I think that's why they're doing this demo thing this way. I could be wrong. Rod, you live in Delaware Valley. It's probably like 20 minutes away. You're right, The Rock. It is like 20 minutes away. That's not the point, though. It's a different state. I don't care. You're making me leave my beloved Philadelphia to go to Wilmington? Listen, I drove Uber when I first got to Philadelphia for a whole bunch of reasons. One of the reasons was to learn the city. I hated driving in Wilmington, Delaware. You're right, it's not far away. Wilmington is like a neighboring city in Philadelphia, but it's a different state. I hated it. You know where else I don't like driving? Jersey. Stop playing with them. I cannot do Jersey. Kid says he loves the Oakley Metas though. The Meta AI isn't good, and the video files kept destroying my editing software at bad times. Oh, I saw those Oakleys you had on, Kid. I did not like those. I do like the new Oakleys they got though. I just don't like the white frame. That's what killed it. I don't want to look conspicuous. You're already wearing AI glasses. You're already looking conspicuous as it is, and then when you throw a white frame on that, it's like, whoa. I do like the new Oakleys though, the Oakley Vanguards. How do you feel about those, Kid? Kid says, thing is the Meta Ray Bans generally look good, but the displays don't. They're big. People are not liking the Meta displays because of how much chunkier they look. I don't mind that. I live in Houston. Everything is 30 minutes away, says Aaron. Yeah, it's a crazy thing. It's a crazy thing. But this is what you have to go through the demo section to get the Meta Ray Bans. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. But it's a thing. It's definitely a thing. All right, let's go on to the next thing we got here, which is going to be about tech briefing. Oh, This is Duolingo. Now, I just wanted to touch on this brief Duolingo story here. Duolingo is going through some AI controversy because people thought they were laying off people because they're using AI now. Apparently, they've come out and said we're not laying off people. We're just implementing more AI into our thing. They have to add more AI into Duolingo because Google has a language teaching feature now in Gemini. They have to keep up. So this is just them keeping up, people. I don't think this is them saying we're trying to fire people. I think this is them just saying we have to keep up because Google is nipping at our heels right now. Next story we got on the docket is going to be about a solar-powered keyboard. Real quick, we're going to go over this just to touch on it real quick here. Solar-powered keyboard. What do you got? Oh yeah, here we go. Logitech's Signature Slim Solar K980 is the keyboard name here. Just some stats about it. This keyboard has no USB charging port and is purely powered by ambient light. So you don't need sunlight. Ambient room light will charge this, which I think is awesome. Costs about $100. Comes in black and white and graphite. Has a two-piece plastic construction, 70% post-consumer recycled plastic. Awesome. With low-profile keys and scissor switches. So you can expect the regular office keyboard like feel from this thing. Has an emoji menu, which I think is cool. I wish my keyboard has an emoji menu right now. You don't know how many emojis I've been using lately, and I would love an emoji button. Mac and PC support, three device support like most Bluetooth Logitech keyboards. So no big deal there. The reviewer thought that the MX keys line, both the typing experience and the cap quality feels a bit underwhelming. So like I said, you can expect the typical office performance from this thing. Nothing special. The typing sounds rattly, but passable is what they left off with there. All right, and that is going to be the tech section of the show. We're going to the eInk section of the show right now. Let's go to the chat real quick. I agree with wristband. Looks like a real improvement. Absolutely. Aaron says, I live in Houston. There we go. I make them work though, Rod. Keyboard looks swish. Yeah, I like that keyboard, especially the solar powered nature of it. Now, this isn't Logitech's first solar powered keyboard. They did one like maybe over 10 years ago, maybe. And from all intents and purposes, that wasn't a bad keyboard. It worked really well. It wasn't as efficient as this keyboard, but that's just a model for them saying, yes, this thing works and it works really well. You get longevity out of this thing. And the battery lasted on these devices, still working after almost a decade. So good deal. Alex says, ask Kid about the Palma color. You had some questions yesterday. Palma color. Yeah, we'll get into that too. The Palma color. Yeah, Kid, I wanted to know a couple of things about the Palma color. The 3D cellular radio, and is the Palma color different from the Palma black and white? That would be cool to know. Duroc says, get solar on a Mech keyboard, and now we're talking. Mechanical keyboard, absolutely. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I can't do the scissor switches. I've moved on from the scissor switches on my keyboards. Absolutely. Yeah, so what do we got here? So the first eInk story we're going to talk about here is, we're going to switch it around a little bit. Scribe versus Remarkable 2. Okay? So I wanted to talk about the Scribe versus Remarkable 2. Yesterday, we had a pretty heated discussion about the Kindle Scribe and why I feel like the Kindle Scribe is trash compared to the Remarkable, even though they have a similar feature set. So I was like, you know what? That's a good point. They have similar feature set. Why do I feel like the Scribe is trash and not the Remarkable? Let's talk about it. I felt like we should go through the stats too. So let's take a look at it. So first off, what we got here is stats page. The stats page we're going to take a look at because I want to directly compare the stats. Is it technically better than the Remarkable? Let's take a look at it. So, display, we got a 10.2 inch Paperwhite display on the Scribe, 300 ppi, 16 level grayscale. That's nothing. So we got 16, 32, and 64 gigabytes. That doesn't matter that much, I guess, but it's good to know we got it there. We don't care about the Wi-Fi connectivity. That doesn't make it good or bad, in my opinion. Content formats, though. So you got text, PDF, MOBI, PRC, PDF, DocX, HTML, wow, EPUB, text, RTF, JPEG, GIF, PNG bitmap through conversion, audio format. So those are the regular document formats there. Accessibility features. Voice view screen reader available over Bluetooth audio. So we got Bluetooth audio. Okay. That's a one up over the Remarkable. Text to speech. Okay. 1 year limited warranty and service included. Optional 1 year extended warranty. Okay. So, I mean, this is, I don't like looking at Amazon stats stuff because their stats page is garbage. Okay. I hate looking at it. So if there's another stats page that we can look at, you guys let me know. Okay. But those are the stats that I'm getting from Amazon's site for their product, the Kindle. Okay. Now we're going to go over to Remarkable site, and then we're going to talk about some of the specifics after we go over these stats. Does anyone know the processor speed in the Scribe? Because I do not. But we got a 1.2 gigahertz dual core ARM processor, and this is the Remarkable 2 we're looking at. We're comparing the Remarkable 2 to the Scribe. All right, so we're just looking at the stats, comparing the two. Storage 1 gigabyte. So the Scribe kills in the storage. It kills in the internal storage as well. Battery. I don't know that they talked about the battery size in the Remarkable stat sheet, which is again why I don't like coming to Amazon for stats. This is just battery life. Okay, here we go. Do they talk about the milliamp hours? They just talk about how long it lasts. Yeah, they don't really talk about how big the battery is here. So we can't cross-examine those like that. Who cares about Wi-Fi? Okay, so I mean, we don't have a lot to compare the two, right? As far as stats go, Amazon is terrible at presenting stats. Remarkable is usually pretty good, and we can go to a stats page for this if we wanted to. But I don't know of a good stats page for the Kindle. So we're gonna have to go off of what you guys think here. So we may have to take this debate to just conversation because clearly it's not apples and apples comparing the stats. Okay. It's just not. Kit says, yeah, I think the only new device will be the color. It will have 4G. Mine is just a prototype to test the connectivity. They don't intend bringing a black and white with 4G. Okay, cool. So the black and white is just a new device, not cell data. I think that's what we thought on yesterday's show as well, you guys. So thanks for clarifying that, Kit. Aaron says, the ability to send documents to the Scribe directly from Microsoft Word is very underrated. I think the Penstar can do that, if I'm not mistaken. Brian, how's it going? Thanks for joining. Amazon will be releasing some new Kindle Scribes, I believe, on September 30th. Should be interesting. Maybe they'll release the color one. Ooh. Well, we do know that Amazon has pull with eInk, right? They got exclusivity on that 300 ppi screen for a while before anybody else got their hands on it. So we do know, like Remarkable, Amazon has some pull with the eInk Corporation, and they can get things that other manufacturers and OEMs can't. That is a thing. The Rock says, to be primary differences are the dock choices and bookstore for Amazon and the current install base, like 50-1, Amazon versus Remarkable, including readers. Yeah, it makes Amazon impenetrable in comparison. Yes, which is one of my stigmas I have about the Scribe. Scribe's resolution is even hard to find. Yeah, I mean, Scribe is 300 ppi, but we don't know what that resolution is, right? Yeah, good point. Amy wants for new features for the Scribe. Yeah, I said any. I thought you actually meant Amy at first. But yeah, this is how I feel about it. Let me just give you guys my take on it. Let me get this out of the way here. So this is my take on the Scribe versus the Kindle Scribe versus Remarkable debate. Because when you talk about the Remarkable, to me, we're really talking about the software, right? Because the software is the same on all their devices. It's not fragmented like on, say, a books product would be. Why do I say the Scribe is garbage and the Remarkable is not? Because we don't have stats to look at. I was going to look at the stats and compare them and say, okay, well, on paper, the Scribe is better. And maybe it is in certain situations, but we don't have the full story statistically, so we can't say that. What I can say is this. I never bought the Scribe. I never bought the Scribe because of how people were saying that you couldn't even duplicate and copy multiple files. That was the first red flag for me with the Scribe. When I heard that, I'm like, they clearly, well, you know what? I'm sorry. At first you couldn't even manipulate your files, duplicate, copy, or nothing, it sounded like at first. And then they added the functionality to actually copy and duplicate a file, right? But then I saw a review where the reviewer was like, yeah, they added tools to copy and duplicate, but they were like, you can tell that Amazon doesn't know anything about the market, because even though they added tools to do that, they didn't add tools to do batch manipulation. And what I mean by batch manipulation, I mean manipulating more than one file at a time. Say I want to copy 6 files and move them somewhere else. Say I want to copy 2 folders and move them somewhere else. Amazon hadn't even calculated that they would need now that they've added copy and paste for files, they didn't even consider that people might want to copy multiple and move multiple at a time. So when I saw that, I'm like, they're making mistake after mistake. They're not even learning from the things that their customers are telling them. So like, I don't want to get myself into that ball of wax. Like, I'm like, I don't need that. I got the Remarkable, who's already under featured for me, but at least I can copy and paste multiple folders and files. Like, come on. Remarkable at least lets you do that. Like we can crap on Remarkable's operating system, right? And I'm okay with that because I crap on their operating system too. Like they don't have stroke erase, right? They don't have the functionality and the tools that Onyx has, or that Rada has, really, or that listen. Every day I go into the Discord and I read something Sheings wrote about her the Viwoods platform versus the Supernode and the Remarkable platform. I'm like, man, dude, Viwoods is killing it. They are totally killing it. Anyway, back to the Scribe and Remarkable. Before I go on, though, let's go to the chat real quick. Aaron says, I just would like a better home screen instead of the Kindle store, LOL. There we go. Another gripe right there. Stop trying to sell me stuff, bro. Just give me my notes, bruh. Just give me my notes. If the new Scribe pushed to market to corporal types, Remarkable would likely get sunk. I don't know. Listen, if you think corporate types want to walk around with a nasty... Listen, I call the Kindle Scribe nasty looking, and I don't care what nobody says. That thing is nasty. They don't have that pen slot that the mom blonde does, but they might as well have it. They got that big nasty space on the left side. It's begging for a pen to be put there. And then for me to call it trash because it did it. I don't like the design of the Scribe. I would have, listen, when your design doesn't turn me on and your software just isn't doing it for me, listen, hard pass. Hard pass. But let me know what you guys think about the Scribe. What are your favorite features on the Scribe? If you guys have some that you think dominates the Remarkable. I doubt there are any, but if you find some, you let me know. You let me know. Mitchell says, when the Scribe was announced, I thought that was the end of Remarkable. Are you serious? Why do people think that the Scribe will be the end of Remarkable? The Scribe could never touch Remarkable. This is supposed to be a Remarkable Scribe debate. I'm sorry. I can't be that. I just don't see it. The Scribe sinking Remarkable? The Scribe. Are we talking about the same product? The Amazon Scribe? Not an actual scribe that does scribing. Although Remarkable would sink an actual scribe too. It definitely sinks the Amazon Scribe. Chill out. What pick got here? Alex says, a Remarkable move is just missing Kindle app. If they do add the app, bro, they're not even missing the Kindle app. Hear me out. How fast would the battery drain? Real readers read for more than an hour. Other creators said the battery lasts no more than 2 days. Lies. I use mine moderately for a whole week before the battery died on me. I don't know what these dudes are doing. They just don't turn it off or something. Maybe they need to set their battery settings up. If your remove is lasting 2 days, like, it's you, bro, not it. But you could say the same about Viwoods. Exactly, Aaron. Mitchell says, I've been logging battery data on my move while reading from 100 to 1. I'll put together some graphs. Thanks, Mitch. I appreciate that. I guarantee it's going to be more than 2 days. Mine lasted 6 days before I had to do anything. The flip side to that is Remarkable hides tools behind paywalls. There's a catch to that, though. There's a caveat to the Connect service. It's the best. Like, when you're the best, it's hard to argue. It's hard to argue against it. They have the best backup and sync in the game. I don't know. Like, I'd argue with anyone about that. So if Darak says, if I'm in IT department, I push out Amazon devices over Remarkable because of security and support. I think Remarkable's enterprise security is good right now. Correct me if I'm wrong. What am I missing? They have enterprise support with encryption. Like, you guys let me know. What am I missing here? Aaron says, so you really like the design of the move, not that the software is better. No. Well, now, Aaron, you have to let me know how the software is, right? Because I don't know about the Scribe software. I just know what I've seen from reviews because I never bought into the system because of how limiting it seemed. It seemed way more limiting than Remarkable. If I'm wrong about that, chat, let me know. Is the Remarkable software more limiting than the Scribe software? Do we have anyone who's done both and can say either or? I have not. I got to be honest with you guys. I have not tried both. I've steered clear away from the Scribe for my whole eInk career. Maybe I should get it, though. You know what, chat? I'm gonna go ahead and pull the trigger because I hate saying I don't know when it comes to a device that a lot of my viewers use. If you're a viewer and you use the Scribe, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the trigger on that. It seems like a lot of people use it, and I want to be definitive about calling it trash. Right now, I'm calling it trash now just off hearsay. So take that with a grain of salt. So it's not just the design for me, Aaron. I like the remove design, but the software to me seems better than the Scribe software, just off hearsay. BM, EPUB download books, pay their authors more than Kindle. Who needs Kindle? Yeah. All right, so Kindle. Remarkable, we talked about this in the Discord earlier with Mitchell. The Kindle uses Linux. The Remarkable uses Linux. There is no Linux version of the Kindle app. So Remarkable won't be doing that anyway. I don't think they need to, though. All I think they need to do is add more formats to their reader app. Give me reflow options. Give me sizing options. Give me margin options. We're good. Formats, sizing, reflow, done. Done. If they add those three things to their reader app, chat, we're having a different conversation now, and the remove is the best device on the market. It's so weird that a reader app would change the trajectory of a device, but that's where we're at right now with the remove. A reader app would change the trajectory of this device totally. Remarkable has got to know that. Kit says, it's all horses for courses here. If you love reading Kindle, the Scribe is great. And you can annotate a bit, but yeah, they're different. They're definitely different. Wait for the next release of Kindle, I think, bud. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, Kit. Someone else just mentioned the fact that they may be releasing a new Kindle as well. So I definitely am going to pull the trigger on that new Kindle when it comes out because, yeah, I don't want to be in the dark about what people are saying about the Kindle. And Aaron, I apologize for calling it crap. I'm going to apologize right now because I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just calling it crap based off other reviewers. That's the first apology I've ever given on this show about my opinion. And that's only because I haven't tried the device. Aaron says, I bought the Note Air 4C because I think it's better than the Remarkable Paper Pro. I agree with you. Listen, before the Remove came out, the Remarkable Paper or the Note Air 4C was the best color screen on the market to me. Now that the Remove is out, I got some videos coming out in the next couple of days talking specifically about the Remove screen and how I think it's the best. I'm telling you guys, I really do think it's the best screen in eInk right now. The Remove screen is just good, man. The only leverage that Kaleido has on it right now, I don't know who came up with this in the live stream the other day, but the price is a thing, right? Kaleido's cheaper than Gallery, so the price is, that's a real tangible thing right there. And the flickering. I can't even say the blacks anymore because I always feel funny, feel weird when I say the blacks. I saw myself on the live the other day saying the blacks. I laughed so hard. It just sounds funny. Anyway, that's all they had over Gallery 3 was the blacks and the flashing and the price. You can't say that they have a black advantage over Gallery anymore because Gallery 3 blacks are to me indistinguishable from actual black if you're just looking at it by itself. In a vacuum, you can't distinguish it from being black, right? And I think that's good enough. In a vacuum, I could tell that the Remarkable Paper Pro blacks weren't black. They are blue and they looked blue. Period. I mean, but the Remarkable Paper Pro Move, way different story. The screen isn't as yellow as the Remarkable Paper Pro. It's brighter. The blacks look good. Oh my, listen, this screen is great, man. This screen is great. Kid says it. I get 4 days from the Remove, but it depends on how much it's syncing between Move and Pro. How much agree they should focus on the reading app. Absolutely. They definitely should focus on their reading app. If they did it, they would be a game changer. It's one of your better hot takes. Thanks, Kit. The reason people want the Kindle app is because of its features. And it's just superfluous. Is that the right word? Superfluous. Let's check. I don't even know if I spelled that right. I did. Wow. Superfluous, unnecessary, especially through being more than enough. Okay, that definitely wasn't the word I was looking for. Okay, we're gonna move on. The Rock says, and not to say since I'm a power user, I definitely think the Scribe is trash, but I also have a little use for a Remarkable. Just a decent Amazon Scribe would dominate corporate deployment. Again, man, The Rock, we couldn't be further apart in our opinion on that. The reason people want the Kindle app is because it's features. Yeah, I get that, Alex. The Kindle app does have the features. I just think because of the Linux tie-in, it's not going to happen with Remarkable. They're going to have to do this on their own. I think they can do it on their own, and not only that, I think it will be easier for them to do it on their own. I just can't deal with the flash. The flashing is bad. I'm not gonna lie to you, Aaron. That's the main thing Kaleido has over Gallery 3 right now is the flashing. If Remarkable or if the eInk Corporation ever fixes that, oh my goodness, we're gonna see some goodness. Not just a great reader, but the Remove needs to support more than 2 book. Yeah, like I said, the formats you need to. Yeah, I agree to Rock. It needs more formats. Like I said, the 3 things I think it needs, again, the 3 things I think that Remarkable needs to do with their reader app, formats is the first thing. If you add formats, you're going to silence a lot of people. After the formats, add reflow options. You do that, you silence about half of the remaining people. The rest of the people, you're going to silence with adding some tools for viewing the text like sizing, contrast. They already have some of those there. They just need to fine tune them. As a matter of fact, they may not even need to touch the margin or the text sizing tools that they already have if they add reflow and if they add more formats. They might only need to do 2 things. Ubiquitous. There we go, The Rock. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. I appreciate that. Meaning the Kindle app is pretty much universal in terms of books. Yes, ubiquitous. That's what I was looking for, The Rock. Thank you so much. Aaron says, I think reading on a Kindle is the best reader in eInk. I still only really read on the paper white signature. Really? That's interesting. Mitch says, dynamic reflow between aspect ratios. Yes. Which they do scaling really good, so I don't see the reflow thing being a problem for them. And I don't know if you guys know this, reflow works when you're pushing documents that you use. All right, so in Chrome, there's a remarkable Chrome extension that you can turn any web page into a PDF, and it'll send that to your remarkable for you to just pull up and read. When you do that, you have reflow options. Why? So they know how to do it. They just need to implement it into their reader. I would be bought in the remove. I would be sold on the remove if it were using it over your Nomad. I'm not using the remove over my Nomad at all. Nah. Why are you trying to bait me, Aaron? Listen, Aaron's just trying to bait me. You can't bait me, bro. I wanted to see if I could make a big difference in how much the device flickers based on my use, and it is totally impossible. Yeah, eInk. I'm totally looking forward to eInk's use of the Reader app because she's going in trying to figure out what she can do to make the Reader app more useful for her, before she sends the device back, if she's going to do that. I'm super interested to see what she uncovers with that. Reading books, there's no flicker. Right, it's just with the writing, which is what bothers me because I mainly use this as a writing device, but that's a good point. If you're reading, you don't get the flicker, and it could be the best. Look with that screen, Mitch, with that screen and the no flicker, this could be the best e-reader on the market with the build. If they add more formats with the build quality, a good reader app and no flickering while you're reading with that awesome color and that the ability to annotate. Stop playing with Remarkable. Stop playing with them. They're gonna do it. Remarkable, if you're watching, please do this. And add stroke erase, please, for me. Just for me, stroke erase. I can't live without stroke erase. It's one of the main reasons I have to go to other devices for when I'm drawing stuff. I'm not even gonna do it. I got a short coming up about if you're an artist using Remarkable, what you should do. It's hilarious. It's gonna be good. Oh, we got 23 people. Listen. Go ahead and hit the like, you guys. We're sustaining a pretty good high rate of viewers a day. Go ahead and hit the like button for me if you're enjoying the content. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. We do this Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. till 11. Sometimes we go over. We rarely go under. Monochrome displays are better for books. I agree. I don't care, though. I want my books in color, Mitch. I want them in color. All right, what else we got here? Do we have anything else on the docket today? Oh, yeah. Something I thought was real funny. You know what I think is real funny, you guys? So I'm seeing a lot of remove videos. Like a lot. And these remove videos are like, they're like, they have these planners. I should have downloaded one. I'm like, so this dude who I was watching clearly was making a video just to sell his planner. And he's banking on the popularity of the remove to do said thing, right? I don't have a form. I don't have one on here. I'm gonna try to pull up a template on here. These dudes and them trying to like and with their template selling on the remove. I'm like, why are you trying to sell a template on the remove? Stop it. Hold on, let me move this out of the way. Like, what are we doing here? Just stop it. It's this little screen. Are you trying to sell a template for this? They're taking a full-size Remarkable Paper Pro device planner and saying, yeah, you can use this planner on your remove. It's not even on, and I'm getting notifications from the 10.3. Okay. Why? What's going on with that thing? I want to pull up a template here. Let's just go ahead and pull this up. And we'll pull up whoa. Go on, chat. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right, we'll pull up a template here. Let's do this. Back. All right, there we go. Okay, now let's pull up a template here. Let's go here. Then we're gonna go to our layers because that's where the templates are, and then we'll change the template. Let's look at the template here. I want to find a really small. You know what? I'm gonna find the smallest template I can because that would be the best way to illustrate what's happening right now. I'm like, people, just stop it. This doesn't even illustrate what I'm trying to say here, chat. But let's do it anyway. Can we see this? Oh boy. I don't want anybody looking at my underarm sweat, okay? You guys do not need to see my underarm sweat. It's not cute. It's not cute at all. Okay, all right. Bam, okay, all right. So you see these little, I mean, I know you can't see it because eInk brought this to my attention the other day with the really faint templates. The templates need to be darker, Remarkable, okay? Go into all your templates, make them darker, bruh. Like no one can see this. And some of your templates, you can't, I mean, I gist when I say this. I'm just being funny when I say I can't see this. I can see this, but it is faint. Some you can't see though. Some you have to like hold your device at a certain angle to be able to see the template. Like why are we doing that? What's the point? Anyway, dudes are making templates that literally give you lines this big. They're like, yeah, our new template for the remove, and it's like, they got like 18,000 different segments, right? They got 18,000 different segments for you to write in, and they all have these little lines, and they're like, yeah, your date can go right here. You gotta write like, I don't know, like you're in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Yeah, you could write in these. You can't write in those little squares. Stop it. If you're gonna make a template for the Remarkable Paper Pro Move, make it proportionate to the size of the device. Can we do that? Just make it proportional. Don't make boxes for text that's mad small. Just put less. All right, we're gonna get less text on there. Stop trying to just scale. Stop scaling your big templates down to Remarkable Paper Pro Move size and then being like, oh, this is good. You can totally write on this. You can't. Don't just make some for the remove, man. Then I'll buy some. Other people might too. Make them for the remove. Like, it's a different screen size. Just like how Apple is like having people say, listen, you can't just make iPad apps. You can't just take your iPhone app and just scale it up to iPhone or iPad size and that be a good app. No. It's nasty. Just like you wouldn't take an iPad app and just scale it down to phone size. Everything would look crazy. That's how your templates are looking, people. Make some move-specific apps and templates, please. Stop trying to sell your Remarkable Paper Pro templates for the remove. It's not working. It's not working. I bought one of those things like, they ain't even changed the aspect ratio. I'm not going to call any names here, but I'm just saying, like, come on, we could do better than that. Come on, chill out, people. Don't use a device as a way to sell things unless it's made for that device. Come on. What do we got here in the chat? We got to go up a little bit. Sheen says, no, you read that wrong. It's totally possible to lessen the flicker on the remove. Oh, okay. My bad. My bad, Sheen. So apparently you can. Sheen, listen, hit me up in the Discord or whatever. I got to find out your secrets. I might need you to do a write-up or something. We need to know this. Monochrome displays are better for blah, blah, blah. You lose a lot of effective PPI with the Gallery 3 and worse grayscale. It's good enough for me. Absolutely. You do lose PPI, but that's the 264 of the remove, totally good enough for me. It's better than the Remarkable Paper Pro, and I can't tell the difference from 300 PPI and 264. I'm not going to hold you. I know more is better. I get that. I just can't perceive it. I don't know. The remove size makes it a strange, dedicated reader for me. I think that size makes it the best reader. The portability. It's like what, 2 paragraphs at a time. This is where scaling comes into play. This is where they're going to have to make some good scaling tools because of how many words and stuff you can fit on a line, right? I still think it's the perfect form factor for an e-reader. I really do. Especially an e-reader that you're going to be annotating on or writing on. Perfect. Dude, since the Move came out, I have been getting template ads on Remarkable Paper Pro Move. Me too. And I eventually cave in to some of the marketing and was like, these dummies aren't even rescaling this. They didn't even make this for the Move. This is the Remarkable Paper Pro template that they're just selling you for the Remove. Like, man, we could do better than that. Hey, man, I felt templates for the Remove, and so does David. Hey, man, they're on the things that actually made the Move something I could keep using. I felt templates of the Remove. Did you like the templates, Sheik? That's what you're saying? And you bought some that you like? And no, there are planners out there that are the specialized size for the Remove. I will do a TikTok for you later. Oh, snap. Thanks, Sheik. I appreciate that. Yeah, I need to know these things because I don't know. David at Tabitech, no, now I'm not talking about you guys. Now there are some people who are making Move specific templates that I've tried and used. Yes, gotcha. But the ones that are like that we're getting bombarded with advertisements about, no, those are not made for the Move. Like I said, I bought one and yeah, no. And no, there are planners. And no, there are planners out there that are specialized for the Remove. I will do it. Yep, I got that. Dirty words. I meant I use templates on the Remove. Okay, gotcha. Mitchell, do you use any third-party templates on your Remarkable? That black is so blue. Yeah, that black is blue. On the Remarkable Paper Pro, not the Remove though. That Remove is good to go. We got a lot of chat here, you guys. So I'm going through the chat right now. A template size for the Remove is a great idea and worth the money if it's good. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. I think they made one specifically for the template size. I haven't tried any of you guys' templates though, but I will. Since you let me know you guys are making them, I will definitely try them. I know that David Tabitech was making them, and I looked at his. His looked pretty good. I caved into the advertising marketing though. That's what happened to me. Third-party templates, no, I don't. I use. Oh, there we go. What do we got here? I guess at Rod. I'm sure they are scaling them for the Move. This maybe they are, but the one I did, which is a big brand, did not scale it. They just repackaged it. Dr. Ling says, I like it as a e-reader, especially horizontal. Personally, having the limited view helps me not get lost in the textbooks. And then the lines of the included templates are so faint. I need black lines, please. Yes, eInk. Just make them darker. I need darker lines on the templates for sure for the Remove. I think the shape of the Move is odd. I like the form of the Kindle Paperwhite signature for reading better than the Move. I agree with that. I do like the form factor of the Kindle Paperwhites. I'm not gonna hold you. I just think for a device you're going to be writing on as well, the Remove is the perfect dimensions and size. Hav says, how's it going, Hav? I don't think I said hi to you earlier, so definitely thank you for showing up, Hav. I appreciate you for being here. How's it going? How to do stuff. Khaled mentioned the battery is bad for readers. They don't last more than 2 to 3 days. Really? Okay. I haven't used it as an e-reader. I've just been using it as a note taker. So that's not why I would buy a Remarkable product right now. But I do have PDFs on here, and they're technical PDFs that I use and I need color for because they're charts and they're graphed diagrams and charts. It's perfect for that. Oh, we growing at the end of the show. Jesus Christ. All right. I think we got to the end of this. Wow, you guys. Thank you for joining me for this show. This was a jam-packed show. I really appreciate all you guys for being here. We got 24 people in here at the end of the show. That's a record. You guys go ahead and show me some love down below with a like if you like the content. Show me some love with a subscription if you want to see more than this. And you can show even more love and support for the channel if you hit the join button down there and get you a badge. You get you a badge, then you're doing something real. But I accept all forms of support, whether you're just a viewer. I really appreciate you for being here. Last and first time viewers, thank you for being here as well. Let's go ahead and get to the chat crew here. The guys, everybody with badges in there. We got Aaron here. We got Palm, thanks for showing up. We got The Rock in here, thanks for showing up. Mr. Mike, thanks for showing up. We got my brother, Mr. Larry Goodman. BM. We got Kit. Kit showed up today. Get the applause going for Kit for showing up today. Appreciate you, Kit. We got Dr. Ling in here. Thanks for showing up. We got Alex. Thanks for showing up. Alex was the first one here, so I appreciate Alex. Brian, we got in here. Thanks for showing up. We got who else we had in here? We had a few people. Okay, the music stopped, so I gotta get going. All right, you guys. Thanks for everyone for showing up. I appreciate you guys for being here. I'm going to definitely, since the viewership is growing, that badge is going to start meaning more than it does now, because I'm only going to be able to have time to say shout outs to the people with badges, except for the Rock. The Rock honorary, you know what I'm saying? All right, you guys, thanks for showing up. I really appreciate you. Weekdays, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to kind of whenever, join me. Thank you guys for being here. Have a great rest of your day, and until tomorrow, take care.
you